What is the future of America? My name is Richard Boyk, and I would like to share my thoughts on crime. From the time Cain killed Abel, mankind has had a problem with crime. No matter what historical time frame we look at, the causes of crime are the same. The underlying causes of most crimes can be found in the lack of law enforcement personnel, not enforcing the law, people believing either they are above the law or they are the law, fear mongering, mob rule, and officials being on the take. When you are tasked with keeping the peace, safety, or protecting someone or something, the most important asset you have is your staff. You can have the newest technology in the world, but without staff to carry out the operation or use the technologies, you will face an uphill and very difficult battle. Whether you were a marshal in the early 1800s covering hundreds of square miles, or a park ranger today trying to protect federal park land during a large protest, you cannot be successful and keep law and order unless you have the resources to do the job. Today we have a different type of crime that I will call legislative crime. Well, this type of crime has been around for centuries. It's no longer hidden from public view because we have allowed it to happen. We allow fear-mongering and lies by public figures, the media, and social media. That results in anti-Americans, anti-law enforcement puppets to get elected to office. Legislative crime consists of purposely not enforcing the laws of America, purposely supporting those that break the law, and using our laws and Constitution to get gain for themselves, their associates, and their party, all under false pretense. Legislative crimes come in many forms and degrees. The passing of laws that favor large corporations over small businesses, members of Congress or the administration that are not pushing for or requesting more law enforcement personnel to control protests from becoming riots and causing millions of dollars in damage, and those that back laws that benefit their ideology and harm America and Americans, office holders at all levels of government that resist holding criminals accountable by pushing no bail and lenient or no penalties at all. Government office holders that are untruthful with the American public may not be committing a prosecutable crime, but it is a crime against the American voter just to get gain. Some of the worst forms of legislative crimes are committed when federal government office holders disregard the law and push people to break the law, use the laws or their position to protect themselves, or propose legislation to try and keep them in office and in power. The current administration has allowed millions of people to cross into America illegally. Each crossing resulted in a forced crime by the administration because they would not secure the border. As we all know, the current administration is not happy with some recent Supreme Court rulings. Instead of accepting the rulings, they are now pushing for a constitutional amendment to not only set term limits for the justices, but also to add or pack the court with more justices. These actions are not done because they are the right thing to do or because they are needed, nor to save democracy, but they are done to help the Democrat Party stay in power and continue to turn America into a socialist nation. If this administration were so concerned with doing the right thing, why not put term limits on Congress, require proof of citizenship to vote, and put strict rules in place that govern the actions of Congress, all of which would reduce crimes caused by the greedy and those that seek power and authority over others. We must not only elect Donald J. Trump as our next president, but we must also elect real conservatives to Congress. We cannot afford to have a liberal Supreme Court. Our Supreme Court decisions must be based on the Constitution and the laws of the land. Thank you for watching or listening. And please subscribe to my podcast and share this with your friends. May God bless you, your family, and the United States of America.